no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, Barkley finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after.
He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They run it with Carson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he will find his man Ruggs. Touchdown Jets. Henry Ruggs. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Lance now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
140 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go to Barkley again. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On first down, Barkley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll run with Barkley.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down now, Barkley gets through, and now an opening. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Lance on the move to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal. The 6-yard line.
Another try for Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Falcons have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play that time by the Jets. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Carson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Jets 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi trophy within reach as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that's out quickly to Chase. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, Barkley, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Gronkowski and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second and 9, Lance. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Jets are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's good for a Jets.
Looking to throw. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
28, Jets, 21. Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Stiff-armed him. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first down, Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.